One last time, from between these 8 arms, he said goodbye to the world with moist eyes and accepted the last greeting with a trembling tongue. While leaving, he told that no matter how incomplete life is, no matter how incomplete each stage of life's journey is, only the farewell should be complete. The dull heart he left the game in which winning had become synonymous with him. His entry into the ring meant nothing more than victory, and he proved it not 1, 2, 10, or 20 times, but with this record scoreline of 29-0. Today is the story of a person whose admirers range from Cristiano Ronaldo to Vladimir Putin. This is the story of world lightweight undefeated MMA champion Khabib Nurmagomedov. This story starts from the Republic of Dagestan, which is a part of Russia. First picture of this story is found in 1997, where it is known how from a very young age, the passion to conquer the world had settled in Khabib's every fiber. Otherwise, a 9-year-old boy would not be doing bear wrestling. What will come to your mind? What is the benefit of bear wrestling? So for this, you should know that mountain bears have the strongest grip, and their tactics of making the grip are the most different and most effective. And that is why Father Abdulmanap, who himself was the Ukrainian Sambo champion, black belt in judo, and national master of sports and freestyle wrestling, took the responsibility from the very beginning of his son's career and gave him the toughest training in the world. One thing that was always associated with Khabib's career was that he used to win one-sided matches right from the beginning. The opponent's face would be bleeding, but there was not even a scratch on Khabib's face. And this started from the beginning of professional fighting. Even if the opponent was MMA legend Conor McGregor, Khabib easily defeated everyone and kept his stud undefeated till the end. Until some time back, he was also called the Undertaker of MMA, Phenom, but all these things are very recent. Let's go to that era when a name had started knocking in the world of MMA, and the world was thinking that someone is coming just to enter, but nobody knew then that this is the legend of the Lightweight Championship, who will remain invincible, undefeated, as long as he is in the ring. Khabib was trained in judo, sambo, and wrestling by his father, right from the beginning. And this was the big reason why Khabib had become accustomed to winning one-sidedly right from the beginning. Not only this, Khabib's training was not done on a normal ground, but 2,000 meters above sea level. That is such a height where a common man would have difficulty even breathing. Khabib used to train at such heights for 12 months since childhood, be it heavy snowfall or strong winds, and even in these adverse conditions, the most important and challenging part of Khabib's training was that he used to fight separately with 5 trainers until all 5 of them gave up. That is, until he accepted defeat. This is how the journey started, which later changed the definition of success and changed the meaning of victory. Whenever he entered the ring, he returned with only one result, and that was victory. And that is why Khabib made it clear from the very beginning of UFC, from the very first match, that a new legendary challenger has entered the ring. Khabib's first fight in UFC was with Kamal Shalorus. Those who knew Khabib were not surprised to see the fight going on inside the ring. They were familiar with all these tricks, but those who were watching Khabib for the first time were left awestruck, and the surprise was not in how someone could win his first match. The surprise was in how he bets so easily, how he makes people give up, and how he wins. The world had to live this surprise more and slowly get used to it. After this, there were fighters like Rafael dos Anjos or Barboza, who was called the most lethal. Khabib not only defeated them, but also told the world that their tricks are of no use in front of Khabib. As soon as Khabib entered the ring, it seemed as if forget about defeating him in this ring. There was no one to challenge him. But it is said that 2 swords cannot stay in one lion, and neither can 2 lions stay in one jungle. And the time had come when it was to be decided who is the lion of the world of UFC. And for this, Khabib had to crush the challenge of Conor McGregor. In the earlier matches, Khabib had also suffered an injury, which kept him out of the game for some time, but Khabib had been waiting for this match for a long time. Before this match, Conor McGregor had attacked Khabib's team bus, which was a childish act. After this, Conor McGregor was also arrested. In the midst of all this, the match between the two was fixed, and Khabib now had a professional as well as personal reason to defeat Conor McGregor, which Khabib himself mentioned before this match. The 2 legends of the world were face to face in the ring. The eyes of the whole world were on this match. But this fight did not have any special impact on the fighter, who had won 26 fights very easily. And Khabib not only defeated Conor McGregor in this fight, but also shattered his pride. Khabib was so angry after the match that he went inside the ring again to beat Conor McGregor. Then he was somehow pacified. This was his 11th win in the UFC. In this, he had not lost till now. After Khabib's victory, even President Vladimir Putin called him and congratulated him. However, when he was asked in this match what was the reason for his anger, Khabib mentioned three things. He talks about my religion, he talks about my country, and he talks about my father. UFC Lightweight Champion Khabib threw Conor McGregor to the ground in the first minute of the opening round. He somehow survived against Khabib for 3 rounds, but in the 4th round, Khabib threw him to the ground again and knocked him out. Khabib's scoreline had become 27-0. That is, there was no one whose challenge he had to overcome. And by winning, he had to prove that there is only one king of this ring, and that is Khabib. It seemed as if Khabib would set many more records and how many more figures he would remain undefeated like this. But then came the year 2020 and brought the biggest turn in Khabib's life. His father, who was his coach from childhood till the last fight, passed away due to COVID-19. The person who was with him since childhood and became a mirror to show him every weakness. When that person left his life, it was as if everything was over for Khabib. Father's departure completely broke Khabib, and he took the decision, which no one had thought of, the decision to retire. There was a discussion about one last match before his father's death, and he played that match with Justin Gaethje, maintaining his undefeated streak and ending the 29-0 neglect and legendary streak at the age of just 32. This was a promise to my mother too. After this match, I will put a full stop on this UFC world. The promise made to his mother was also mentioned in Khabib's last address, and in every moment he remembered his father and blessed him in the name of Allah. In the world of sports, one line is used a lot, and that is that there are wins and losses in matches. But perhaps these words were not meant for Khabib because he never lost. Forget about defeat. No one could even bring Khabib close to defeat. Friends, that's all in this video. See you in a new video with a new guest. If you liked the video, please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel.